Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about two-dimensional shapes. And you see all types of shapes here. So first, let's talk about what that means, two-dimensional shapes. And sometimes you might hear it talked about like a 2D shape. So sometimes you might see it like this, a 2D. So what does that mean? It means that it has a length and a width, but it doesn't have a volume. In other words, it's flat. It is a flat figure. Okay, so we are going to talk about sorting today. And I know that you sorted when you were in kindergarten. So what are some ways that you sorted? Oh, I bet you're thinking about some ways that you sorted with color. So we could sort this by color, couldn't we? Looks like we have some red ones, and we have some yellow ones, and we have some blue ones, right? And we have some green ones. And we have an orange one. So yes, color is one way we can sort, and we learned that in kindergarten. We also sorted a lot by size. So are you noticing some of them are little? So I could have little shapes. These are all little. And then I could have big shapes, right? That would be another way to sort. I could also sort it by the shape. So I'm noticing that I also have some squares. So I could put my squares together. I have some big squares and some little squares, but they're all squares. I have some triangles. I could put all my triangles together. I also have some circles. I could put my circles together. Does anyone know what this shape is called? That is a hexagon. And this one is a rhombus. And then I have a trapezoid. Now, when we talk about shapes, we also think about their attributes. What is an attribute? We're going to be talking about attributes throughout this lesson and this week. So let's think about what an attribute is. So we shaped by their color, their size, and their shape. So the word attribute are the characteristics of an object. So we're going to be looking at the characteristics of these objects, of these two-dimensional shapes, and we're going to sort. So we're going to hear that word attribute a lot. So let's think about these 2D shape attributes and other ways that we might sort them. I'm going to sort these 2D shapes, and I want you to be thinking about the attributes and why I sorted them this way. Think about what characteristics they have in common. So I'm going to put a circle around them. And I'm going to put a circle around this group. So I've grouped these 2D shapes in two ways. I want you to look carefully at this first group that's circled in blue. They don't all have the same color, do they? There are different shapes. I'm noticing that we have a square. We also have a trapezoid and a rhombus. What do they have in common? How are they alike? I'm noticing the sides of the shapes. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 4 sides. Let's check this square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think all of the squares have 4. Let's look at these trapezoids. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these have 4 sides. And this group does not have 4 sides. A circle doesn't have any sides here that meet up at a vertices or a corner. These have more sides. This hexagon, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at the triangle. How many sides does the triangle have? 1, 2, 3. That's right. So when we sort, we can also think of an attribute like a side. Let's look at another attribute that 2D shape. So we're going to look at another vocabulary word, vertices. And you learned about vertices in kindergarten, but vertices are where the sides meet. It's the corners. So let's look here at this triangle, this green one. Does it have vertices? Yes. Right here is where the corners meet. And here. So how many vertices are on the triangle? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Do you think that this rhombus here, this blue rhombus, has more vertices than the triangle? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it has 4 vertices or corners. Can you think of a shape that has more vertices? Yes, I'm thinking that this hexagon, I'm going to move this hexagon up just a little bit. Let's count the vertices on the hexagon. These corners meet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it has 6 vertices. So we could also sort by the number of vertices. Let's do that. So let's erase these. And let's sort. This will be fun. So how many vertices did the triangle have? 1, 2, 3. All of our triangles will have 3 vertices. Are there any more shapes that just have 3? No. Okay, this rhombus here, does anyone remember how many it had? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Can you think of another shape that would have 4 vertices? Yes, you're right. This square would have 4. It has 4 corners, 4 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get the other squares too in this same group. Oh, here is another rhombus. What about our trapezoids? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is correct. It has 4. So all of these grouped together have 4 vertices. So I could group these together. These all have 4 vertices. These have 3 vertices. Now, what about our circle? Remember that vertices is where the sides meet. And these just go around in a circle. They do not have a corner where they meet. So these are not going to have any vertices. Let's think about our hexagon. How many vertices does it have? Let's count. I have to remember with the vertices where I started, so I'm going to mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 6 vertices. So boys and girls, sorting two-dimensional shapes by their attributes. Thinking about sides and vertices is one way to sort. Great job today.